What are you wearing?
A Canadian tuxedo.
Canadian.
I'm a hockey player. Let's go Blues.
Let's go Blues.
Let's go Blues.
To all Blues fans, we're bleeding blue with you.
Let's go Blues. Let's go Blues. Let's go Blues.
Now please welcome to the ice for their pregame warm-up, presented by Scott Credit Union. Yours.
Blue Note Fan Report. Hello, hello, hello. This show is for Aaron Nels tonight. Aaron, this is your show. I had a really rough night, and I was trying to, if you saw my Facebook, I actually had a dream so intense, a nightmare, night terror, whatever you want to call it, that I punched myself in the face, not once, but twice. And just mentally wasn't there, didn't feel like I could do it. Justin is at SmackDown tonight, so he's not going to be here. And I figured, you know what? With it being a local game for me, even though I'm 2,500 miles away from there, the way Anaheim does with Victory, I can't really watch it, or I couldn't watch the Blues feed. And that's what I was worried about. I mean, I knew I could probably watch it on center ice, but I was going to get the Ducks feed. And it's hard to do it. Like the last game, I got the LA feed, the Kings feed. It's kind of hard when, Justin's talking about what they're putting up and my stats are completely different. So I didn't plan on, but Aaron did everything he could to try and help me get the Blues feed, the St. Louis feed. And I appreciate that, Aaron. I really, really, really do. And I just decided last minute, you know what? I can do this. I'll go ahead and do it. I'll try and do the best I can. I'm going to deal with the Ducks feed and all of that. And I'm just going to tell you guys what I see. All right? My unvarnished opinion. If you watch, oh, wow. Excuse me. I didn't know my voice went that high. If you watched last night's show, you missed a hell of a show if you didn't watch last night's show. You got to go back and watch it. We had Mike Myers, who works with STL Sports Central, and he does a really good job on prospects. And while I don't completely agree with his assessment, I loved it. I know, Aaron, and I'm going to do the best. I appreciate you, man. You did really good, and you are one of the most ardent supporters of this platform. And you're one of those people. I got to tell you, every time that I think I want to quit this, I think of Aaron, I think of Ashley, I think of John Hefner, I think of Roland, I think of Ryan Green, I think of my buddy in Australia. I can't think of his name right now. A couple of buddies in Australia. Chris Shockey. I think of the Warriors. I think of all the people that show up to this show, almost every single time. AC Generator. Stephen Glass. Thank you. I think of them, and it tells me everything that I need to know, and I might be blacked out. Because right now I just have a picture of something for Victory Plus, and I'm not seeing the game. I might be blacked out. Oh, well, if I am blacked out at that point, then I can't do the show. I mean, I can't do a show when I can't watch the game at all. I had the Victory Plus app on I thought I put it on my phone at one time. I'm going to try to see if I can download it. Hi, Bunny True Fan. How are you? Oh, nope. Here we go. It came back on. So it just was during the commercial break. So I got it. So it looks like I will be able to see it. All right. I just want to tell you all, thank you so much for staying with me, for being with us. Check out yesterday's show. Go on YouTube. Go on Facebook. YouTube is where it can. Facebook is only there for 30 days. YouTube is there for the whole time. So sorry. Okay, hold on. Give me a second. Okay, sorry about that. Again, thank you all for supporting me. We've got Hofer against Dostal. Dostal's never beaten the Blues. Hopefully, that string continues. Here we go. Puck drop. Thomas wins the draw. They're talking about Hofer a little bit. I appreciate everybody trying to help me out, and I know I've seen it sending the messages. Unfortunately, the way this is set up, right? I can't watch it on the internet, or I can't watch it like on my computer, because if you've ever seen my setup, I have a TV in front of me connected to my computer, then I have my laptop, and then I have a second TV that's kind of over here that is sorry, man, I'm just not thinking good today. That I watch the game on, and it is set up to the internet, but the problem is my soundboard is connected directly to my computer. So like when you hear Justin, you're hearing him through the computer, through my soundboard. So if I get the game, I would have to turn the volume all the way down so you couldn't hear it. And then it would be a mess, right? It would be more of a mess. I'd rather just do it this way. I've done it before, and it just was really, it was hard on me. It was really hard on me to do it that way. So Hofer makes a good save there. Oh, Ducks are in the change. Hopper makes a second. Really good save. Finley, and then I don't see the third. Is Bush benched or is he injured? Because I kind of saw something that said he was out indefinitely, right? And I didn't get to really look at. Be honest, today I haven't been able to follow along like I normally do. Have not been able to look at the notes and the things like that I'm normally like really, really good on. Well, that didn't last long. Ducks make it on the third shot. Ducks make it 1-0. In Duran, Sundquist, Walker, Tucker, out Bushnevich, Torpachenko, Finley, and Hall. Which it's a maintenance thing with back-to-back games coming against Colorado. We want to make sure that he's the best for those games. So that's not a benching per se. I don't know if you can call that a benching. Yeah, see, again, I don't know. You read what's in the Blues app, right? That's not a benching to me. I mean, that's we're just going to have you sit out a game. That's not. I mean, that's almost not. It's not even a healthy scratch. It's saying, you need a rest. I don't know. I mean, you could technically call it a benching. I don't. Stephanie Brodsky, Chris Shockey, and Aaron Nels. Thank you. Thank you. You really make things good for me. They're just trying something. Oh. Yeah, I'm trying, bud. And my TV just blinked. That's happened before. TV turned off. You don't need to worry about Colorado if you lose tonight. That's kind of true. Right? That's kind of true, Chris. My TV just went off on me. There we go. That's actually a good point, Chris. Said something about Coach M, said something about if something doesn't change, he's going to mix it up. Then announced him. Okay, so he did say he was going to mix things up, but he comes back and it says, I'm going to read it exactly what it says to you. Blues head coach Jim Montgomery said there's going to be changes. The team failed to have success on Wednesday night against the Kings. After the 2-1 overtime loss to Los Angeles, Montgomery is sticking to his word. In his pregame media availability at Honda Center, Montgomery confirmed the following changes. Duran, Sundquist, Walker, and Tucker out. Bushnevich, Toporchenko, Finley, and Hall. With Bushnevich, Montgomery said it's a maintenance thing. With back-to-back games coming up against Colorado, we want to make sure he's at his best for those games, he said. So I get where some people can look at this and call it, well, thank you, Amira. I appreciate that. I see where you can say that's a benching. I'm going to trust the coach at what he said, that this isn't a benching. Oh, nice hit. Oh, nice hit. That's something they've been missing. Was that Tucker? Yeah. That was Tucker there. This is what I read, Aaron, is exactly, I read it as it's on the Blues app. So go to the Blues app and look at the lineup, the projected lineup for tonight. That's where I got it. We got a new sub. Thank you, Amira. We appreciate you. John Hefner, Stephanie Brodsky, Chris Stockey, and Aaron Nels on Facebook. They did this, and we appreciate it. If you do it on YouTube, I love you too. I just cannot see your name. Thank you if you do. Ryan Granger's here. Yeah, that was a good hit by Tucker. That's something they've been missing. Where are you from, Amira?
Holy moly, what a goal by Robert Thomas. Robert Thomas. Robert Thomas put it in the back of the net.
Great goal there. Tied at 1. No internet. No. I mean, I got it. I was a little late on it, believe it or not. All right. So it doesn't matter. I don't know what that is. You said sorry. I'm not sure what you meant there, bud. Amira, I was just wondering where you were from. Are you from St. Louis, or what got you into Blues hockey, or you just like hearing my voice? I've actually been told I know one or two people of all the 800 and some. I know there's two that listen to the podcast just because they like my voice. Two people have told me that. That is just like mind-boggling. I've always been told I have a face for radio. Oh, the Ducks announcers can't wait to talk about how bad the Blues are. Oh, I thought Dvorsky put it in again. Oh my goodness. Wow, what a chance. Oh, airmailed it. Wow. Well, Amira, what you're not seeing is I actually have people that I want this. So this goes out over a couple different platforms. It goes out on Facebook on about 5 different accounts on Facebook. It goes out on YouTube. So there's other people that are commenting. I just don't always show it. Like this one here. This one here. Is it in a net? In a net. Yeah. So there's other people commenting just on. There's might be one or two. I don't know how many are watching on YouTube right now. It says on YouTube. Well, it said 13 and then it dropped to 7. So there's only about 4, maybe 3 that are watching on YouTube. If you're watching on YouTube along with Amira, say hi. Raise your hand. Tell me hi. Ryan Green, you were watching on YouTube. Say hi, Ryan Green. Anybody else on there on YouTube? The Bunny True Fam was on YouTube. I don't know if you're still there. Say hi if you're watching on YouTube. All right. There's Ryan Green and Amira Guring. And where are you from, Amira? Just out of my curiosity. Amira is watching me on the app version. No, that's icing.
I don't know what's going on here, but the Blues need another goal. Come on, Louisville! Oh, that's not that far away from St. Louis. Kentucky!
Well, the Ducks screwed us in their last game against the Sharks. They were winning that one and ended up losing it. Oh, wow. Oh, Holloway almost. Who is, I don't know if I've ever asked, who is your favorite Blues player current? Well, all time, it's easy. All time. No, I'm watching the Blues. I'm watching the Blues play the Anaheim Ducks and then reacting to it. That's what this channel is for hockey. I am not playing a game. My favorite Blues player of all time, 1A, 1B, Paul Tarasenko. I think everybody knows that. And for current's tough. I'd have to go probably Kyrou. Holloway. I mean, too many. No, I cannot show you. I would be immediately banned from YouTube and would lose my channel. I cannot show the game. Sorry. Lose my channel immediately. I don't trust the ping pong balls, so I want to make the playoffs. They're basically saying the Blues should lose to Anaheim just to lose to them. Blues just missed the chop there. Shots are 4 apiece. Oh, wow. Turnover, a point blank turnover. Blues can't capitalize on it. Got to capitalize on those. Got to make them pay for those. Hofer's starting to scare. See, I know Justin is all over Hofer on some of this stuff, but me, when it comes to how he plays the puck, I am not there. He scares me with how he plays that puck. Aaron, I will agree with that. He has been scary tonight. John Hepner says, tough pick, depends on era, twist, never fancy with the stick, but at that time frame, yeah, twist, Tony, and I've had twist, I've had Tony on here. I think I don't mind his aggressiveness. I just think that he still needs to learn a little more about handling that puck back there, when to handle it, right? That's the one thing Bennington, they are both, the Bennington and Hofer are both very, very good puck handlers. Don't get me wrong. It's not that I don't know that he's a good puck handler. His decision-making isn't as good as Bennington's, and that comes with time. And that's one of the reasons, like we talked about last night, we even brought this up about, with Bennington, about still needing a veteran presence for Hofer. And Mike Myers kind of sort of agreed with me. Yakman is my favorite player, Curran is Robert Thomas and Broberg. For me, Curran is hard, man. There's no like player on the current team that I wish wasn't on the current team. Maybe one. Gretz, I mean, maybe he goes for the puck when sometimes maybe he's. I agree with that. I agree with that. I really do. But it's also, I think his decisions are bad. Ooh, wow, we were lucky there. That was tipped up by our own player. Never had a favorite player. Yeah, I'm with you. It's hard to decide for the current team. I think for me, one of the things for me is that like I like numbers, right? Like 16. I always liked that Hall was 16. I liked that Oates was 12, right? Like that was a cool number for Oates. It just felt good, right? Tarasenko with 91. That just kind of stood out for me. I kind of like Holloway's 81, right? I like Thomas's 18, right? Somebody else wore 18 for the Blues, right? And I can't think who it was, but I'd have to go look. But 18 used to be, I want to say for the Blues, 18 was like a major number. right? There was somebody like super major that wore that, and I can't remember who it was. All right. Mayu, Ryan Green says, I've been impressed by Mayu. I've watched him in Anaheim when I went, and he was, well, why aren't you at the game now? It's in Anaheim. Is it players or numbers they wear that influences your decision? I think it's a little of both. I think when a player owns a number, that is what takes me to that number, right? Like Brett Hull owned 16. You know, you think of when you think of 99 Gretzky made that number his. Gretzky owned that number. That's the kind of stuff that I really like, you know. Lemieux with, what was it, 66, I think it was. And then I forget who had 88. Maybe that was Lemieux, right? That's the kind of stuff that I gravitate towards, right? 18. Oh, yeah. 22 players have won 18. Who wore 18 that kind of made me, that I can think, oh, now I know, it was Twist. Twist wore 18. I remember Herrick when he wore 18. Gilmore when he wore 18. Yeah, so 18 kind of draws to me, right? I like 18. Yeah, Twist wore 18. Yeah. The game I went to was free. This game I would have gone it to if I had to pay for it. Oh, okay. No problem there, bud. I actually don't think many. Well, actually, there were 13 players that wore it before Hull. I'm looking at it now. I don't remember who, but I can bring them up. I'm looking at the names. Nobody really like stuck out, right? Most of these guys I don't even know, right? It was worn almost continually from 68, 69, 70, 71, 72. It was worn by three guys in 72, 73, 73 to 77, 78 to 79, 79 to 84, 85 to 86, 87 to 8, and then 88 to 90. So it was worn almost continually from the beginning of the Blues. Ron Anderson wore it in 70. Brian Lavender, Jim Shires, and Gary Vinenzo wore it in 72. Pierre Plant wore it 73 to 77. Jocelyn Lemieux wore it 88, 87, 88. So yeah, those are the ones that wore 16. I don't think it does. Oh, what a goal. What a goal. Holloway, power play goal, 2-1 Blues. Woohoo! Hello, Kelsey. I might call Kelsey my hockey girlfriend now. And I'm joking, Kelsey. I enjoy seeing you here. You're a great friend. Neighbors and Thomas. Thomas gets his 2 points tonight. Thomas and Holloway both have 18. They need 2 goals in the next 7 games to get to 20. Right? The number 69 isn't officially disallowed, but it's heavily discouraged by clubs. I actually thought it was disallowed. Such a great movie. What movie? What movie did I mention? I'm not sure now. A goal like that probably came at the goalie with a lot of speed under the pad. Yeah, more than likely. Not really long. I don't, mine will not grow out. It grows very patchy. So I try, and I like the goatee, but my goatee has gotten really gray lately. Like it used to be darker, and now it's all gray. I mean, it used to be the color of my hair. Oh, well, thank you, Kelsey. We appreciate that. I hope we asked some good questions for you. Shots are 7-6 in favor of Anaheim. The score is 2-1 in favor of the Blue. Diet purple. No, not happening. Not happening. I'm not into dyeing my hair. Not into dyeing my hair. No, it's not. They're saying on the that a goaltender's save percentage is tied to how well the team is playing defensively in front of them. No, it's tied to how well the team is playing offensively in front of them. Diet green. Yeah, no, thank you. The duck, Fowler. Oh, did Fowler just put a? Oh, I thought Fowler got a point. He should have. It should be 3. It should be about 4 or 5 to nothing. 4 or 5 to 1 right now. The Blues have had some solid opportunities. Oh, Snuggerud just pops off Fowler's stick. This season or all time? This season or all time? Aaron, this season or all time? This season. Okay. Oh, that list is long and distinguished, just like my Johnson. Thomas, Bushnevich, Kyrou, Walker, Pennington, Sundquist. There's like the only 2 players that I could sit there and go, I think they've given you everything they got would be Broberg and Holloway. I would be, those are two players that I would say have not disappointed me, but everybody else has really kind of disappointed this season. Even Snuggerud, I thought Snuggerud would be somewhere closer to a rookie of the year candidate, right? He's going to get both, but he's not going to be in the top three. I thought Mayu, I thought Dvorsky, they both could have been rookie of the year candidates. I thought Thomas was going to be a 100-point player this year. The beginning of this year stuck, it really, I'm sorry, I still believe that the way that season ended, those guys, it expected a whole bunch. I think Snuggerud should have been closer to a 30-goal guy. Well, 2-2. That was a backdoor feed that Hoffer could do nothing about. Wow. Wow, what a feed. Nothing Hoffer could do with that one. Nothing. Yeah. Oh, got it by his old buddy Fowler. Fowler just a little late in the stick. Yeah, there's nothing Hofer could do about that. Shots 8-7. Scores tied. Ducks and Blues all square. Yep. Oh my goodness. I just had a quick. I want to. If any of you had a dream or a nightmare or a terror that was so realistic and so I don't know what the word I'm looking for, that you punched yourself not once but twice. I actually punched myself in the face twice last night, a left and then a right. Tucker abandoned the other side of the ice to double team with Fowler. Yeah, kind of left that pass open, but I think he was still in behind the play. So it might not have mattered as much. Jason McMillan, thank you. Jason McMillan, John Hepner, Septi Rotsky, Chris Shaki, Aaron Nels, thank you. They don't show commercials on Victory. So that's the weird thing. So I don't know. It's like it's dead. 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 Dun 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 dun. Dun. My ESPN does. I get national style commercials. I usually get like progressive commercials and stuff like that. Oh, there we go. Blues are still punching. Punching. Normally I get some I do get that. I know what you're showing, where it shows the building with the 30 for 30s on it, Banana Land, and a few others, and then but yeah, but I do get normally commercials prior to that, at least for me. Can't make any more mistakes. Got to get this lead back. Oh, Holloway fumbled that one. He had to just give it away. Oh, now you're ahead of me, huh? Right now I'm watching it via center ice, so I'm getting a direct feed. I can't like pause it or anything like that. Oh, nice shot by Neighbors there. Well, that's one thing Blues have really got to fix for next season. They've got to be much better on face offs. Who said that? Who said Cairo? Cairo? I didn't. Are you? Oh, you're watching the Ducks. You're probably watching the Ducks feed like I am. I like barely listen to it. Yeah, I have it on. It's more or less so with my setup, right? I hear my voice in my headset. And then if I have Justin on, I hear Justin in my headset. I would hear and then I have the game on in my headset. So I have the game turned down. I have it enough so that I can hear it, but I don't pay attention to it. I actually pay more attention to my own voice or if Justin's on, Justin's voice. So that's why I don't really listen to what they're calling. And that's weird because if you ask Hefner, damn, Berggren. Ooh, 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 ooh. Maybe. Bye-bye. Bye-bye. Berggren, what a goal, man. He just came right down Broadway. See, I think the Blues, oh my goodness. This see, I might be in a minority here. Right? And I heard some stuff today. I don't know how true it is, but I'm not on the McKenna bandwagon. I don't know if McKenna would be good for this team. I mean, I know he's supposed to be this great player, right? But, I don't know if he's generational, like now, because originally he wasn't, but now he is. It always starts out at the end of last draft, it starts out next year's draft's not that deep. And then the closer you get, especially after the World Juniors, you start hearing about the how deep the draft is. Okay. You say this team needs a star player, and okay, don't we have one? Don't we have some? I brought this up last night. I brought this up on the show last night, and I don't think anybody really disputed this. if McKenna comes to the Blues, he's not. Ah, there we go. End of the period. I thought that might have gone in. They sounded it so quick. 3-2 Blues. I don't know. Did the period end? Yep, period's over. A top end talent that can grab a game and take it. I think we have that. I just don't think that we have that we're still learning the system. And I think that we were too veteran laden. And I think that I brought this up last night. If you think back, prior to Montgomery, who was the most offensive coach we ever had? Who was the last offensive style coach we had? Right? Really, think back to it. Who do you think was the last offensive style coach we had? Right? It's a good question. Right? It's a good question. I want to know. I want to know. I want to know. Come on. Let's hear it from you. Last offensive coach that we had. For Ruby, that's for sure. Yeah. Until this team can prove, and I hold my breath for another 2 years. I think that this team is a lot better than they're getting credit for. I really do. I really, really do. I think there's some things that happened that affected them, and it just comes down to that, right? Hoping to find a list of it. I don't know why sometimes when you want something you can't find it. Yeah, you can go back. Wow, yeah. Trying to see what the stuff means. So, have we had any? Maybe Q. Yeah, Coach Q is probably the last time we had an offensive style coach. The interim coach we had before Jim had Kyrou going crazy, in my opinion. Bannister didn't help Kyrou as much as he opened him up a little bit, but he still had a truly defensive situation. So if you go back, and I'm looking at the list of coaches, we currently have Jim Montgomery. Prior to Montgomery, we had Bannister, 76 games. Berube, 382 games. Mike Yao, 143 games. Ken Hitchcock, 413 games. Davis Payne, 137 games. Andy Murray, 258 games. And then Mike Kitchen, 131 games. Murray was just over 500. And, one playoff appearance. one playoff appearance, and that was a sweep, right? A sweep. That's not. I mean that's hard to swallow, right? In the playoffs, we don't have a coach that is over 500 in the playoffs. Not one. Actually, we do have one, Bowman, but barely. And that's going all the way back to the original, right? All the way back to the original. Yeah, so there's some stuff so for me, man, now I'm like completely lost. Dum dum dum, give me gum gum, dum 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 dum, give me gum gum. We haven't had a coach that's really gone out there and let these guys play wide open offensive hockey and say, let that offense be our defense. And one thing, and I give Justin Roll a lot of credit for this, he consistently talks about the blue collar attitude of the Blues, the blue collar, and I think that's very true, right? You look at every number that's hanging in the rafters, and there's only one that was a white collar guy. Only one. I don't think you can pull any other guy out of there and say he wasn't a blue collar guy. I think everyone. And then you look at the two honored numbers, 14 and 7, and both of them were blue collar. Well, 7 is 4 guys, 14 is only 1. So those 5, I think those 5 are all blue collar guys. So this team, in its history, I think it's only had one superstar. One. Does anybody disagree with me? If you do, let me know. Do you disagree with me? I'm not on the superstar bandwagon. I do not think that McKenna. And then I heard, and I don't know how that he wants to be I'd almost agree with that, John. John says if a miracle occurs in the Lou, I'm starting Bennington. What say you? I say you got to start Hofer in game 1 and see how he does, right? But as soon as he loses the game, then Bennington comes in. You don't give him 2 losses, you give him 1. And even if it's not his fault, if it's an overtime loss, you still switch it out, right? And I do think that playoff experience would be much better for Bennington against the playoff experience Bennington had would help immensely with I'm sorry, I'm listening to Victory's got something going on right now. Man, okay, John, now you got me lost. Oh, you start Bennington's playoff experience helps you in the first round more than it would in the second. So I would be more prone to give Hoffer more rope in the second round than I would in the first round. I think in that first round, you've got to go with the experience. You've got to go with it, right? You let him get that time. You give him 1 game, you give him 1 loss, and then you go from there, right? who's ever in net. He said except, but I'm thinking he's saying expect 40 shots. They could. It could. I don't know if it will because I think the Blue. Well, I think what we're going to see how the Blues would play against Colorado in the playoffs in the next two games. I think the Blues are going to play with nothing to lose, where basically Colorado's like, oh, okay, we almost got the President's Trophy wrapped up. Yeah, let's rest guys. Let's make them think they're all good. They're better than what they are. I know they don't say that, but it's the thought process that could come in, right? The thought process that could come in. What else you got? What do you got? Come on, guys, help me out. It's just me today, so I need your guys' help. And with just 4 people watching, it's really hard to do the show. It really is. Guys, I'll be right back. Thank you, Kelsey. That wasn't on you. You're doing fine. I just needed to get something to drink. You're kind. Thank you. Let's go over the stats here. Exciting period. Blues lead 3-2. 1 minute 51 seconds in. Poling gets the Ducks on the board with assists from McTavish and Zellweger. And it seems like they're off to the races. Then Broberg sets up. Broberg and Parayko, the defensemen, get involved, set up Thomas, who buries it at the 5:24 mark. Then just under 5 minutes later at the 11, or just over 5 minutes later, pardon me, at the 11:18 mark, Holloway from Neighbors and Thomas with the second point, buries it. Then Veal, and that was on the power play. That was a power play goal. The only penalty was at 10:18 to Killhorn for slashing. Veal makes it 2-2 with a great backdoor feed from Poling and Helson. And then Berggren coming down center, gets a pass from Suter, puts it in the back of the net. Shots are 13-8 in favor of the Blues. Attempts. Blues had 24 attempts, where the Ducks had 14. Blues had 7 hits, Ducks had 8. Both teams gave it away 6 times. Blues took it away twice. So did the Ducks. Ducks had 5 blocks. Blues had 3. Face-off. Blues were winning this battle 15-9, 63% to 38%. And that is the tale of the tape as we move on to the second period shortly. Dun, 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 dun. Oh, man, does anybody see a free agent out there that the Blues might go for? I don't have a list of free agents. I wish I did. Let's see if I can do this on That might be something different. Oh, this is agents. Players. Oh, no. I'm going to try something here. Here we go. I know I do have it. Give it a second. I'm trying to look up the free agents, potential free agents for 2026. Let's do goaltenders because I think I'm more, well, it's still working. So let's see if this works. Okay. Oh, I think I screwed myself. There we go. There are actually no. I'm looking. I'm trying to find. I guess I can't find it. I was hoping to find UFAs. There we go. Maybe it'll come up. Here we go. 151 skaters that are going to be UFAs. What do we look? How do I want to? Well, I mean, you could look at Darren Radish from Tampa Bay. He's 30. He has 66 points, 20 goals. He's a 20-goal scorer. Got Alec Touche. Now, Alex is somebody that if I'm, oh man, he's probably going to be affordable. 30-goal score, 29 goals, 31 assists, 60 points. He's probably affordable. Well, it looks like second period's about ready to start. We'll talk about this a little more later. Let's get into the second period. Well, puck drop. Ducks have it in the blue zone. Oh, that was close. Who's got lucky there? They gotta spend more time in the zone when they can't the dumping and change really hurts. I think it hurts a lot of teams. I think that's something that a lot of teams, especially on the short change. Oh, this is the long change, but you're changing right there in the blue zone, in the neutral zone. The long change is defensively, not offensively. Yeah, I didn't hit that too. I hit the goalpost. It didn't even come close to the goalpost, but nice try. Tad Dieterman, thank you, bud. I don't remember. $16 minutes behind. Wow. You're like still in the first period? I'm at 18:14 of the second. I can't see you being that far behind. Yeah, you were behind in the show. You need to catch the show up. Yeah, you need to catch the show up there, bud. No, that's why. I got it. They need to change. I don't mind them calling it the Honda Center, but I loved when they called it the duck pond, the pond, right? Maybe we should call it the pond at Honda Center. Because I think the pond, that was such a great name for this team's building or their rink, you know? Just made so much sense. Ugh. There's Fowler, the former Duck. Oh, nice little pass up. But he couldn't get it through to Walker. Oh, no, I thought Walker was offsides, but I guess he was good. Everyone still calls it the pond. Yeah, it made sense, man. It really did. It made sense. I mean, I don't mind. I get the naming rights. I get that. I get that money. Net front presence. That's all I got to say. That's what that was. Holy moly. Shakaboli. Net front present. That's what that was. A rebound, and Dostel gives up a juicy ass rebound. And Tucker, yeah, that was Tucker. All right, Suter was just standing there the whole time. I saw it going, get it, Suter, get it, Suter, get it, Suter. I kept my mouth shut. What a goal by Suter. I want to call him Bruce Suter. P.S. Suter. I want to call him P.S. Bruce. P.S. Bruce Suter. Yeah. We gotta try and get that going out. P.S. Bruce Suter. I think that fits. I really do. I think that fits. We got to start calling him Bruce. Oh, Mayu with a good little shot there. Oh, Mayu's a big kid. Oh, come on. Oh, did he draw a penalty? He did. He did draw a penalty. Mayu didn't nothing wrong there. That's got to be all on. That should be on the Ducks. Why is Mayu it? No, Mayu didn't do anything wrong. Ah, that's bullshit. Kelsey, Bruce Sutter was the relief pitcher for the St. Louis Blues. He had his number retired. He's in the Hall of Fame. He passed away 5 or 6 years ago. He had the number 42, so he's same as Jackie Robinson. And he won he pitched the final pitch to win the 82 World Series. And back then when he came in, and he was a true closer. He would pitch 3 innings. Right? Not this 1 inning shutdown stuff. That was a closer back then, 3 innings. And Bruce, I mean, it was Bruce. People say, oh, they're booing. No, they're saying Bruce. Yeah. So that's who Bruce Sutter was. Oh, nice, Broberg. Who cares? I mean, it's the connection. 1982, probably before you were born. Oh my goodness! I hope Daniel Rulos is good. I haven't heard from him in a while. I've got to message him, make sure he's good. A lot of people say I don't look as old as I am. I'm 57. I'm pushing 60, right? And I think for a 57-year-old, I don't look too bad. Oh, Perico almost put it in the back of the net. Somebody wanted a Perico goal last game. They almost got it this game. Oh, delayed penalty coming up. Yeah, Ducks touch it. I'm getting ready for this summer. My school, the school I went to, we were a little different. So instead of having like a classroom, especially since the school's been closed, we're having what they call an all hands naval ball because we didn't have. I thought it was you. I wasn't sure. We didn't have proms. We had a naval ball, and it was all everyone got to go. We're having an all hands reunion in September. That's why I'm one of the reasons I'm going to St. Louis. And 39 years for me. Next year would be my 40th reunion. Yeah, I can't believe I'm saying that, my 40th reunion. So, yeah, when you talk about being I've been out of high school longer than the majority of the people that watch this show have been alive. Right now, there's 7 people watching this show. I think I know of one that I know of, maybe, that was alive while I was in high school. Shocky might be the only one, right? Sister JJ was watching. I would say he probably would be. Well, Hefner is. I take that back. Hefner is my age, maybe a little older, but not many. Tad, I think you're under 40. I think you're under 40. I could be wrong, but I thought you were under 40. Robert got hit hard. Hope he's okay. Oh my goodness, Blues are struggling right now on the power play again. This is in my 5 areas of hockey. The power play has always been one of my highest one. Oh, Tad 65. Okay, I know you were that old, bud. Well, I hope you don't, Aaron, but if you do, I'm glad I was able to do this show for you, buddy. 15th, at least get a shot on the power play. Damn. Doesn't look like they're going to, though. No, power play over, no shot. That was not good. Uh-oh. Oh, Lanston, what a block. Oh, I'm not a legend, but I thank you. Maybe not. Well, now knowing that you're 65, I hope you were not. Yeah, you did not. That email or that message that I sent you, I hope you did not feel disrespected by that. Right? If I knew you were that old, I may not have sent that message as hard as I did. So, Tad, I do hope that you do not feel disrespected by that message. Well, I appreciate that, Aaron, but I am not a legend any way, shape, or form. Any way, shape, or form. I love hockey. I have loved hockey since I was a kid. I love and it's the funny thing is back then, as violent as this game was, it wasn't the violence that I loved about it. It was the beauty of it. I was not nude under the grass skirt. I was not. I will say that. I had shorts on. You can see my shorts. You can see my shorts. I had shorts on. I had shorts on. Okay, I just wanted to make sure, Tad. You know, um, I'm still of that age where you respect people older than you. You know, you respect your elders, and you know, I know they always say respect is earned, not given. That's kind of my deal is for me. Respect is given until it's no longer earned. Right. So that's the way I look at it. I might show that video. Listen, can I find that video? Maybe. Um, that is like one of my oldest videos. Uh, Probably one of my shortest too. Uh, Here we go. I think it's this one. It's got to be one of my earliest ones, right? I think it's this one. No, not that one. Not that one. Not that one. Not that one. It's got to be this one. Yeah, it's this one. So for the intermission, if you've been watching since I did that video, it's been 8 years. This is my 8th season. That came out in 2018. Ryan, if you've been watching that long, yeah. Yeah, he has given up a lot. He has created or caused a lot of penalties. Well, he's only got 22 penalty minutes in 49 games, which isn't bad. Right? So maybe not. Maybe it is just how we feel. No one's got like a ton. Well, the Blues have been really good and not like the worst guy on the team is Tucker with 81 minutes. Right? At the intermission, I will show that show. I will bring that show on. Oh, Robert caught glass there. I will show that show at the intermission. All right. This was when I first started using video software. Tucker's for fighting mostly, probably, yeah. .8:45 to go in the second. Blues are up 4-2 after scoring 2 goals in the second period. Or 1 goal in the second period. They got one from Suter at the 3:08 moment. Great feed from great feed from Tucker after a shot from Neighbors that caused a rebound, and Suter was Johnny on the spot to put it in the back of the net before COVID. That was I thought you meant before Cup. That was before Cup. That was the Cup season. Then my first season was the Cup season, right? Aloha, and welcome to A View from Afar. I'm your host, Guy Bensing, also known as the Hawaii Blues fan. On today's show, we're going to talk about the last game against the hated Blackhawks. We'll talk about the upcoming game against the Vegas Golden Knights. We'll do our fan of the game, our tattoo of the game, and I have a couple surprises at the end, so stick around. So Saturday night, our beloved Blues someone brought me on. Someone helped me, decided to make me change my mind, bud. Predicted a loss. Boy, was I happy to be wrong. Blues came out, had a wonderful game. Now, I've had a message from a couple of people saying, hey, you're the Hawaii Blues fan, but you never show us Hawaii. So I thought today we would start a new segment. I got a roving reporter. We're going to send our roving reporter out to places in Hawaii to show you that I live here in Hawaii. So let's now go to our roving reporter.
Thank you, Guy, for.
Well, it wasn't scripted. It wasn't scripted, but it was like I didn't write a script out, but I had an idea of what I wanted to say. I will show the whole. It's 8 minutes long. I will show it during the intermission. We'll go back. We'll start at the beginning, and I'll show it all during the intermission. This was probably the 7th show or 8th show I did. right? Oh, nice. Oh, man, shots this period are 6-4 in favor of the Ducks, but it feels like the Blues have just all 6 of their shots have been quality head-on shots. That was a good video too, Aaron. I will admit that. That's the one that I play. But here's the problem with that. I did that for somebody else, and I am no longer connected to that person or that pod. That pod no longer exists. And I no longer have, because of that person decided to block me and remove me by listening to a rumor and instead of talking to me. So while I leave it out there, and I do show that in the intro, I do not show that whole video. Well, Hofer's standing tall. When you think about the early days, what was good? What was the goal during those first 10 videos? I wanted to blow up, man. I wanted to be a media superstar. I really did. I really, really did. I wanted this show, million views. I wanted to be doing this and making money off it. That's what it was. Yeah. It had to, so that's what it was too. I appreciate that, Ryan. I appreciate that. I mean, I'm being honest. That's what I wanted. That was the goal when those original shows. And I didn't think, if you told me I would be doing this 8 years later and not have 1,000 followers yet, I wanted 1,000 followers that first year or 1,000 subscribers. I wanted to be there, and it never went. And then, I had a lot to learn about how to do this, right? I had a lot to learn. I had a lot to learn about how to control my attitude, how to control my temper, how to control my opinion. I mean, you go back and watch some of them early shows, and some of the things that you guys don't like about this show now, I was doing back then. It took me a while to figure it out. It really did. Thanks, Sister JJ. Appreciate you. And there was some personal stuff going on in my life that had a lot to do with it. Right? I started this show as a form of therapy. I absolutely did. This was a form of therapy for me. And every time I'm ready to quit, and trust me, almost every year now, I'm ready to quit. I remember that. All you have to watch is maybe 2 or 3 years ago, and you'll see. I'm not sure I understand what you meant by that. Came out more than a few times, man. Came out a lot more than a few times. John, you remember the time I had the Air Force guy on here and I didn't realize it was his 21st birthday and he was drunk as shit and threw up? Oh, that was Sonny almost put it in the back of his own net. I have put a lot of work into it. I've been doing this 8 years. I don't remember how you found the show, Aaron, to be honest with you. Yes. Kelsey's, wait, what? Yeah. 2 or 3 years ago, I think 2 or 3 years ago, I was going through something really personal, and it really hurt me. It hurt me a lot. I was going through some really personal stuff, but as far as like being able to control my anger or not say like this is my opinion. I think I learned that even back before then. I learned that when I was not. I learned that before I started doing live shows. It used to be an all, studio style show, not live, right? And it took 8 to 12 hours to put together a live studio show, or put together a studio show, not a live show. I went to the lives because I just couldn't. When I first started doing this, I lost my job and I was just driving, so I had time, but I'd be up all night. I'd get almost no sleep, and then I'd have to go deliver pizzas or deliver food because that's what I was doing back then. And it took a lot out of me. And then I finally got a job, and then I couldn't do it, and then some other things came along. I preferred this. You pushed him into the bathroom and he lost it. It was part of the live show. Yeah. I do remember that. We appreciate you being here every day and sticking to it, because some of us come here to get away from the grind. You help people, even if it's minuscule, and you never notice it. Well, I appreciate that. I don't know how true that is, but I do know that I've tried. And I've been accused of not. I've been accused of using people's pain to forward the show. I've been accused of that. I'm not going to say by who, but I have been accused of that. And I feel like the accusation is wrong. I don't think I ever did. In fact, I was adamant that it never came across that way. That it didn't come across. I was so concerned that it would come across that way. So that's what made them think that that's why I was doing it. But that's neither here nor there. Robert Morton. What about Robert Morton? No, it was not Robert Morton. Bob is an absolute friend of mine. Absolute friend. I know his boys. I call his boys my nephews, right? And his boys always send me when I'm having rough days. If Bob knows about it, his boys send me a message. They absolutely send me a message. And his youngest one, or his middle one, when he was the youngest one, for one of my birthdays, he was in the car. He was young. He tried to sing me happy birthday from the back seat of the car. It was absolutely. Dad is old and feels the pain of aging. I just, it is. I put a lot into the show. I wanted it to blow up. I wanted to be a media person. I wanted to have that, be able to really do that, because I think I'm good at it. I do. And that's, if that's not humble enough, I apologize, but I think I'm good at what I do. I think I have a good demeanor. I think I understand things. I think I see things in a way that I know that there are people who watch this show now. In fact, one of them's on, that I changed the way they watch the game. I changed the way they watch the game because of the way I did this. Oh, I know which Rob you're talking about. No, that Rob, I do not speak of that person. Plain and simple. No. Right. Right now, to be honest, with all the struggle I've had, with the show and with everything, the only reason, and I don't say the only, but one of the main reasons why I have not said anything this year about quitting is because I'm doing the show in the memory of Roland Spinks. Plain and simple. Oh, absolutely, he is. But he's a name who shall not be named, for not jokingly. I mean, seriously. I don't want, like, someone brought his name up last week, and I was like, why? Why? I haven't thought of this person in forever. Right? So, is what it is. John says, I learn a lot, and your take on the game makes sense, helps me see the game better. Yeah, John, I know that I changed how you watch the game. I know that you told me this. I used to, one of the things when I had to spend more time with the radio or spend more time really listening to the game before I had this really, really good setup, I talked about oh yeah. Oh, I wish Justin would have known that because he had some hats for the girls. Oh shoot, sorry. Um uh uh Kyrie's, I don't think he's still trying to figure out style of play, and it reminds me so much of Ted Lasso, a scene in Ted Lasso. I might have to play that after the game. I'm going to play that and tell me if you don't think of this. Think of Cairo when you see this scene, because I did. As soon as I saw the scene, I thought of Cairo. As soon as I saw this scene, I thought of Cairo. And I'll try and bring it up later. I talked, and what I was talking about with, that was JJ. It was John Hefner that I know I changed how he watched the game. And I changed it because I talked a lot about what you hear. I don't know what you mean there, Aaron. No, not with Sam. Okay, now I do. No, see, Ryan, don't spin me up, bud. Come on. No. That's media bullshit. I brought that up yesterday. No, it's not a scene with Sam. It's not. I know what scene you're thinking about, to be a goldfish. It's not that scene. Oh, what a save. Oh, I think Hoffer got a piece of it. Correcto. 5-2 Blues. Oh, wow. What a goal. There's your Pareko goal. Your Pareko goal. 5-2 Blue. Shot 21-17. That is their second goal this period. Second period has become just. It went from the worst period to one of the best periods for the Blues. Who's the first leader in goals next season, or should we save? That's a hard. I see. I don't know. I'm not sure what you mean by that. That's something you'd have to explain to me. I'm going to try and get some polls set up in the group next season as we get closer, and try and do some contests with that. Right. Big save, I hope, for the leading goal scorer. That might be right. But he said first leader, and that's what I wasn't sure about. And it's possible. I don't think that would be a surprise. I think that's what everybody expected. I think Carbonneau, if he's on the team next year, has got to be the rookie. Has got to play at rookie of the year levels. He's got to play at that. 1:59 to go in the first and the second period. We'll get to, after the period ends, we'll get to the period recap, and then we'll watch a little bit of what used to be called A View from Afar. Yep, I know that, and we'll work on that. This show originally has had 4 names. The first name was the pregame rant. The second name was A View from Afar. And the reason was, back then, the Blues had a fan-run newspaper called Game Time. And I had talked to them about writing a column for them called A View from Afar, since I lived in Hawaii and they're in St. Louis. And I called my show A View from Afar to begin with, realizing that it didn't make sense. It did in a paper because you had something to do, but on the video, it didn't make sense. And then I put a poll out. BlueNote Fan Report was actually one of my favorite first names, but a few guys started talking to me and saying that just call it the Hawaii Blues Fan Show. And that's what I did for a while. Right? I called it the Hawaii Blues Fan Show, and then I would get every now and then, where's the blues music, and that, so that's why I kind of went to the BlueNote Fan Report. Believe it or not, that was a name I always liked. I thought that was a solid name in the beginning. I really did. I got to turn my mic down a little bit. I'm popping. Sorry about the pops there. Trying to get them out. 1:25 to go. Right. $46 seconds to go. I'm drinking Coke Zero, bud. I don't drink on the show. I do not drink on the show at all. Never have. Once or twice I might have had a drink. Oh wow, I'm really getting pops today. Sorry about that. I'm getting it from the TV too. I don't know if there's something wrong with my board. 1 2 1 2. Is that okay? Ho ho. Yeah, yeah. I did drink once or twice, but I've decided that was not the best thing to do. Well, that's the end of the period. Blues are up 5-2. They are making the Ducks pay for their mistakes. Blues got goals in the second from Suter and Pareko. Yep, that's right. Pareko gets his second. That's right, second of the season. Oh, Hefner, don't be an ass. I love you, dude. Telling Shock he hadn't seen any more. I don't know if Shock just started going out. But shots that period were 11-9 in favor of the Ducks, but the goals were 2-0 in favor of the Blues. The Blues have 3 unanswered. They got the one at 1844 from Berggren to make it 3-2 in the end of 1, and at the end of 2, it is 5-2. Let's cover some other stats. Blues have 35 attempts, if I'm counting the numbers right. The Ducks have 40 attempts. The Ducks were putting some pucks on net. Troy Terry has 5 shots and 7 attempts to pace the Ducks and the Blues. Holloway has 4 shots, along with, and then Snuggerud has 5 attempts. Hits 13-7 in favor of, 13-11, sorry. Man, what is going on with my mic today? Hey, make a quick adjustment or something. 13-11. Granlund is pacing the Ducks with 3. The Blues have 12 hits, and Walker, no surprise there, is pacing them with 4. Blues have 9 giveaways to the Ducks 12. The Blues have 5 takeaways to the Ducks 4. Blues have blocked 8 shots, 2 each by Duran and Pareko. Everybody else who's blocked one has 1. Only 6 block shots by the Ducks. Face-offs are 28-21 in favor of the Blues, 57-43. The face-off man has been Robert Thomas, 60%, 12 for 20. Suter is 63%, 5 for 8. Everybody else has only taken a few, so mainly been that. Okay. No, it's not. I don't know if the wire. It could be. I'd be surprised if it is. It might. Well, actually, now that I'm looking at it, it might be. Might have to do some adjusting here. There we go. That's a little better. Okay. Maybe we're okay now. So now I am going to show. Where, and you got to wait and see this. So here we go. This was probably the 10th or 11th episode of what is now the Blue Note Fan Report. Aloha, and welcome to A View from Afar. I'm your host, Guy Bensing, also known as the Hawaii Blues Fan. On today's show, we're going to talk about the last game against the hated Blackhawks. We'll talk about the upcoming game against the Vegas Golden Knights. We'll do our fan of the game, our tattoo of the game, and I have a couple surprises at the end, so stick around. So Saturday night, our beloved Blues met the hated Blackhawks for the 3rd time, and I predicted a loss. Boy, was I happy to be wrong. Blues came out, had a wonderful game. Now, I've had a message from a couple of people saying, hey, you're the Hawaii Blues fan, but you never show us Hawaii.
So I thought today we would start a new segment. I got a roving reporter. We're going to send our roving reporter out to places in Hawaii to show you that I live here in Hawaii. So let's now go to our roving reporter.
Thank you, Guy, for that great introduction. It's wonderful to join you as your roving reporter. As you can see here today, I'm at historic Joint Base Pearl Harbor Hickam Dog Beach.
Wow, that is absolutely beautiful out there.
Yeah, it is beautiful out here. This is the entrance to Pearl Harbor.
Well, it's very nice, but so our Blues, they beat up on that Rivals. I want to know how happy you are about it, roving reporter.
How happy am I about the Blues winning? Oh, man, I cannot tell you how happy I am about that game.
Yes, the Blues did score first, but they gave us a scare there. They never gave up they never trailed, but they did scare us. They almost gave up that 2-goal lead. Boy, that was scaring me. Tarasenko, 2 goals, 3 for 5 on the power play. Very nice.
Tarasenko, a power play goal, and then a power play goal to end it. Oh, man, oh, man. How happy am I?
So, yes, I want to know just how happy you are.
So happy, I could dance the hula. Yeah, I went there. Let's go Blues, let's go Blues. Oh, when the Blues go marching in. Oh, when the Blues go marching in.
Okay, roving reporter. I think all of us now need to burn that image out of our eyes, but I don't think it's going to happen. Let's talk about the next game. So, our next opponent are the Vegas Golden Knights. Our all-time record against them is 1-0-2. We won the game in St. Louis back in January, and we lost the 2 games in Vegas in overtime, the first one of which I was at. Great experience. So Vegas's record is 5-6-1 for 11 points. They played 12 games for a total of 24 points, so they're well under 500. The Blues are 3-4-3 for 9 points, playing 10 games for a total of 20, so slightly under 500. So a win here would be a good boost to the Blues, especially after that last win against the Knights, against the Blackhawks. This game also features 3 ex-Blues. It's the return of Paul Stanzi, first game since he was traded, I think. No, he might have come back with Winnipeg once. Max Pescarati, who's been back a few times since he's been traded to Pittsburgh and then moved around the league. And then fan favorite Ryan Reeves. I know a lot of people who like Ryan Reeves. You look in the groups, and they're always talking about Ryan Reeves and how great it would be if he was still on the team. Well, 75 got his first power play goal a couple of games ago, so who knows what he'll do here. It'll be his second time back, and I'm sure he'll get a big round of applause. In goal for the Knights should be the Flower, Marc-Andre Fleury. That means goals are going to come at a premium. Our goalie controversy is fresh and new and ready to go. It looks like Allen will be in net. I'm doing this on Wednesday, so I don't have the starters yet. I know that Husso was sent back down, so more than likely Allen's going to start. With this game and prediction time, considering how bad I predicted last time, I'll hope I predict just as bad this time. I'm going to predict a Knight win, 5-2. And now it's time for the fan of the game. And our fan of the game is Ray Standifer. Ray can be found on Twitter at STL Blu-ray. Ray is also a blogger with the Blues Rant. I want to thank bluesrant.com for helping me out. They've been posting my tweets and forwarding things, and I appreciate you guys. Ray, congratulations. You're the fan of the game. Now it's time for the tattoo of the game. And today's beauty is on David Garrett. David got this about 10 years ago. Bob Rowe was the artist. He got it done at Ink Masters in Troy, Missouri. Bob, I love it. Or David, I love it. I'm sorry. So, to conclude today's show, I'd like to talk to you about how to contact today's show. If you'd like to be a fan of the game, you'd like to have your tattoo shown, or my new segment, the pet of the game, send me your pets in blues gear and I'll post them. You need to send me an email at Hawaii Blues Fan, one word, at hawaii.rr.com. It'll be at the end of this video. So far, I've been highlighting fans from St. Louis with one exception. I want to highlight fans from around the country, around the world, and our military. So if you are outside of St. Louis and would want to be the fan of the game, please send me an email.
Not sure,
Let me
Ryan.
highlight you. This is a show by a fan
That one is still
for
on.
the fans. So help make it fan friendly. The last thing I want to say is aloha, mahalo, and let's go blues. Oh, when the blues go marching.
There we go. Sorry. Maybe now you can hear me. I don't think that Twitter still works, but other things do. Let's see here. Let me check something out. Make sure. Okay. Yeah, my soundboard reset on me, so something was happening with it. It might have overheated. So I gotta change something out here. Lots of fun, lots of fun. Yeah, I'm still here. Oh, I'm still here. I think you can still see me. All right, can you still hear me? Black screen now. I'm still here though. You might have to refresh. Okay. Okay. Yeah, it's just something happened there real quick. So trying to figure it out. I got to reconnect my soundboard. But yeah, so that was the view from afar, right? That was my show. That was I gotta say maybe the 10th episode, and I'll go back and I'll count it here real quick. That was 1, 2. No. Let's go backward. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. That was my 10th show. That was my 10th show. My 9th show, I went out and, apologized for a group who got mad because I asked people to like and share, and I apologized for it. And then that group kicked me out anyways. I shouldn't have done, but, it is what it is sometimes. You forget. You kind of, man, my thing just isn't working tonight. Hold on. I'm dealing with something here with my soundboard. Hopefully, I'm still there. I know you can't. Hopefully, you can hear me okay. I'm trying, guys. Okay, good. I sound good since it rebooted. Yeah, there was something going on with my soundboard, and I watched it reset. So there we go. Yep. Okay. So yeah, that was what the view from afar was back then. And you know, when that was when I first started, I just learned how to do video editing. And I'd done there's some good ones with the roving reporter in there. And yes, that was me. I played both. But it was fun back then. But it took so long. Oh my goodness, it took so long. And then there was a show that I really did try and script it, and one of the complaints was it looked scripted. Well, I mean, when you're doing the roving reporter, it's hard because you have to record one side and then record the other. It's hard to remember what you said sometimes, right? You asked me to share the group at Game 5 in Dallas, surrounded by Dallas fans. No chance. Yeah, possibly. Uh, yeah, now I'm running into all kinds of problems. Probably not going to be able to get my sound up. Oh well, if I don't, I don't. We'll make it work. We always do. Shots are 22-19. Scoring chances 18-7 in favor of the Blues. Blues are 1 for 2 on the power play. Ducks are 0 for 1. I talked about giveaways. I talked about faceoffs. So we're kind of close. Blues win or Anaheim comes back. I think Blues win. I don't think this team could give it up like that again. Though, who knows, you know? I hope not. Uh, I'm trying to reconnect my thing. Let's see if it'll connect. Anaheim hasn't played well enough to come back. I don't think they have. And the Blues are really, I mean, they're outplaying them and they have since the first goal. Since Anaheim scored that first goal, the Blues have outplayed them all the way. Oh, they switched goalies, did they? Nope. They kept Dostal in. They didn't put Husso in yet, though I could see them doing that. Well, there we go. Face off. I got to delete my device and then put it back in. Give me just a second, guys. I'm trying. Right now, I don't have any sound, but I will be there. I'll hopefully be with you very shortly. Be back. I'll try to at least. See if we connect up here. Yay, me. See if I get connected. Blues just got to play offensive. Take the shots. Be aggressive. Good shot there. Doesn't go in, but they, yeah, get one more and finish it. I'm with you. I'm with you. Try this again. See if my roadcaster connects. The Blues score again? My soundboard is not connecting to my TV, so I can't hear the game. Oh, wow, nice. Who got that one? I didn't even say Holloway. Another power play goal. There we go. Yay!
Pareko into the Anaheim zone, just chips it deep and peels back.
See, if I do this, now you're going to hear the game. That's the best I can do it, unfortunately. I may have to do a complete reboot here. I'll stay on as long as I can. Oh, is Dvorsky going in the box? Hard for me to tell what's going on right now. Surprised they haven't put Husso in. I really am. Former Blues goalie. I'm really surprised they have not put him in. Dvorsky in the box. Well, I may not be as behind. I just don't have, I can't see, I can't hear anything right now. So I've been paying more attention to my soundboard than I am the game. And that might be some of it. Because I ran into this issue before where my soundboard wouldn't connect. Six to 2 Blues. Oh, it looked like it might have connected there for a second. But I guess not. Yeah, I'm just going to have to go without my soundboard for now. Blues on the penalty kill. For another 55 seconds. Yeah, it might. What it's not. It's because it was on. It needs a complete reset, and I just don't want to have to do that right now. Do they play Calgary tomorrow? I don't know. I know that. I know that the Abs play tomorrow, so we catch them on a back-to-back. Then we get the home and home. So we get them on a back-to-back in the first game of a home and home. That actually might help us, right? I don't think that they've got. They're not anywhere near. If they beat us both times, I think they would clinch the President's Trophy. It's going to be, those two games are going to be fun. They're going to be exciting, and you know, both teams are fighting for something. Right? Both teams are absolutely fighting for something. I am going to try one thing here, so stand by. Can you guys hear me? 1 2 1 2 1 2. I still messed something up. I suck. Well, that's good. At least you can hear me. I'm going to try and reset my TV now. I'm trying to get this to work so it's a little easier for me, but I appreciate each and every one of you for sticking around. And then, you know, big old thank you to Justin Scott. Oh, hey, Justin. Erickson Krieger and Sister JJ, Ted Dieterman, Jason McMillan, John Hefner, Stephanie Borowski, Chris Shuckey, and Aaron Nails. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I appreciate it. You guys have been doing good. You guys are very, very loyal, and I appreciate that more than I think you will ever know or understand how much I appreciate your loyalty. Ask Sister JJ how much I appreciate loyalty. I think he can kind of tell you. I had misread something, or he had misread something, and I got so concerned I messaged him about it. I got so concerned I messaged him about it. I'm kind of doing it on the fly. Right? Doing it on the fly there. Kels? Hopefully it'll work. Damn it, keep hitting the wrong button. I suck. I suck. When is my birthday? December 30th, Kelsey. December 30th. I'm a tax baby. Tax baby, tax baby, tax baby. Well, that's true. He has no fear. He's never had fear. September 30th is by far, it is one of the worst birthdays to have. It is, there are very few that I think are worse than it. Right? Very, very few. Very, very few. My dad was a New Year's baby, and she was mad because she wanted him to be a tax baby. Yeah, that's exactly what I was. Doctor pulled me on December 30th. I don't think Christmas Day is as bad as everybody makes it out to be, because everybody's off. Everybody can celebrate. You can't go out and drink, but there's still people are celebrating. But you do get that damn double birthday gift thing that I freaking hate. Hate it with a passion. I used to get pissed off and go, well, they got a birthday gift and a Christmas gift. Why didn't I get both? Oh, I called people out. My mom would get mad at me for doing that. I showed one or two of them. You'd have to go back and look at them, Chester. Try this again. Yeah, that's my mom was pretty good with that for the most part. Well, what they started doing was having my birthday in June, having a half birthday. Get that a lot for people born like 29th, 30th, 31st, not so much, but the first, second. Yeah, just running into problems. Gonna have to redo a complete. Yeah, I had like one or two times where I had that, and I didn't really understand it. I was still young enough that I didn't understand it. I have a nephew that was born February 29th. My sister's oldest son was born February 29th. Right? So weird not hearing the game. I'm so used to hearing it. So it's just me talking, and otherwise everything's quiet. It's really hard to do. Yeah, but you're close enough. You can celebrate your birthday on Halloween. Well, happy birthday, Kel. Remind me, Kelsey. Remind me. That was a good entry. Just missed Suter. Someone might need to remind me. It's a game you would think Fowler would want to get a goal on. I'm going to try and set my board again. I'm back. I'm going to try one more thing and see what happens. Let's see if this works. I think I'm going to have to do a complete reboot later. What famous cop was born on 8/30? Not an actor, but Sergeant Friday Dragnet is a hint. Oh, I don't know. I honestly don't know. Ryan asks, there's a day where you know what? That's a personal thing. For me, birthdays are always important. Always important. Very, very important. Because of my birthday, where it was, it made them more important to me. It really did. It really, really did. Yeah, I'm going to have to do a complete reset, shut down. Yeah, I'm going to have to do a complete restart. I'll do it after the game. Oh, well. I think Ryan had just depends on how birthdays go. If you've had a bunch of bad birthdays, yeah, you get to the point where you don't care about them anymore. And for me, I had a bunch of bad birthdays. Oh, I agree with you. You know, they're an older team, and you know, it has affected them. But you know, if they're where they're at, they're where they're at. You know, and they're making another run, and it could be Crosby's last year. It could be Ovechkin's last year. Though I always thought Ovechkin would want to get to either 950 or to 1,000, but I don't think he will get to either one of those numbers. I'm not sure what his overall number is. It shows the pairing code didn't go. I'm not sure. I'd have to look. I think he's at like 940, maybe 935. I mean, I don't know. He is at 928. 928. So yeah, I don't think he'll get to 950. He's got 31 for the year, so yeah, I just can't get my board to connect. Huh. Do not know why it's not connecting. Yeah, but I don't know if he's going to play next season. He could. I would have thought 1,000 would be the number. That would be the golden thing, you know, 1,000 goals, because 1,000 points is such a big thing. Ooh, crossbar there just beats Husso, but doesn't go in. Anaheim on a power play. Their third power play. This one to Snuggerud. I don't think I have. I think yeah, so before my board reset, I was hearing the game through my headphones, which is through the soundboard, but now the Bluetooth won't connect. So basically, when it happens, I just need to turn everything off and turn it back on do a full hard reboot, including my computer and all of that. And if I do that during the game, I would get kicked off and lose the stream and that. So I'll just wait. I probably won't do a long post game anyways. But it'll be a good, I mean, so far, I don't see them scoring 4 goals in 5 minutes. It has happened before. I just don't see it happening. As I say that, Anaheim almost scores. Knock on wood, right? Knock on wood, if you could. I got to use the restroom. I'll be right back. So our chances of making the playoffs are still slim to none. But you're hoping, but it's still slim to none. It really is. They're showing us in the hunt, but we get this. We'll be at 76 points, and we'll tie with the Jets, or we'll kind of jump the Jets. But the overall, there's still teams to jump, and there's still teams. So I don't know. It's tough for me, right? I still think we're slim to none. Yeah, I'm gonna have to do. March 15th pregame, your co-host said, "No way." He challenged me to look it up, and I found it. Okay, I will go. I'll try and see if I can. I'll look at that, because I think his words might have been, because I actually agreed with him. I don't think he ever said that the Blues had no chance. So, because he's been more optimistic than I have, because I wrote the season off back in January. So I'll go back and listen, because again, context, John. What was the context? Was he asked a question? Did he say something? So yeah, while he may have used the words "no way," what was the context in how he used it? That's what I want to see. Not that I don't believe you, but I want to see, because sometimes things get misconstrued. right? When you have a bad start to the season, it is very, very hard to come back. Very hard. And a lot of times, if you hit January and you don't have something going, see, everyone talks about the Blues 19, where like last season after the Four Nations break, 19, it was after the All-Star break. It's that, but it's not true. They'd actually won the 2 games before the All-Star break, before they went in an All-Star break and had that run. So there was something going ahead of that. That's the thing. You got to be showing something ahead of it. And that's where the Blues have consistently let us down, is that they haven't shown the thing ahead of it. Right. And that's why I'm where I am with this team. That's relatively true. It's not exactly true, but it's relatively true. Right? Full strength. And I think that's just the general consensus is what he means there. They did lose to Vancouver bad. Well, not bad. It was a barn burner. But yeah, they lost. And that's the thing. That's what I talk about consistently. And I brought it up. Yesterday. That the difference between the top team in the league and the bottom team in the league is minuscule. And so many people don't see that. They look at it and go, oh, they shouldn't have lost to it. Well, yeah, they should have. Right? Yeah, they should have. Well, there you go. Oh, my board is not working at all. Oh. There we go. Oh, there we go. They were playing their game because they came out and they scored early. Right? They scored early. I thought or they didn't bring their game because the season is almost. No, I don't know if you're talking about that one. Not much to talk about besides the game stats and the game around the league. There's only one other game tonight. There were only 2 games. The other game, Philly beat the Islanders 4-1. We beat the Ducks 6-2. We now sit 4 places out, or 4 points out of 3 points out of a playoff spot. Maybe 2 points. Let me double check. Let me figure something out here real quick. Dun 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 dun. Standings. Most updated standings. Not updated yet. We will be 3 points out of a playoff spot with 76 points. They haven't shown the win yet, but we'll be 32, 31, and 12, just over 500. We will have 28 regulation wins, which really helped us. And we will have 76 points, which ties us with the Winnipeg Jets. But we have the row. We have the definite row over them. Or the regulation win. We have the regulation win. They have the row. Well, we're tied row, but we have the regulation win. Yeah, we're 3 points out. And we have the tiebreaker with Winnipeg. Right? So we're moving up. And that does help. I mean, we went from the 5th worst team to the 6th worst team, or 5th, 4th, 5th, 6th, 7th, like the 8th worst team. I don't know if I will ever permanently stop this show. I mean, I've threatened it, and I guess I'm the boy that cries wolf when it comes to that. All right. Well, guys, thank you so much. I'm not going to do a long post game. I know it's late, and a lot of you want to get some sleep. Well, they leaped True Frogs on our team. They might have leaped somebody else on the East. I'll look at it here real quick and see if I can get an update of where we're at overall. So, yeah, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We are now in the 7th draft pick spot. We are ahead of the Winnipeg Jets by tiebreaker. The Leafs, the Panthers have a point ahead of us. But we have a game in hand on the Leafs, and we are even up with the Panthers. So who knows? Right? Guys, have a great one. I will see you on Sunday. Sunday's going to be a big one. Sunday's going to be a fun one. Hopefully I'll get my soundboard fixed by then. Love you all. See you then. Aloha mahalo. This is Guy, the Hawaii Blues fan, saying, yeah, you know what? I'm going to do it anyway. You know how we end this show.
What are you wearing?
A Canadian tuxedo. And I'm a hockey player. Let's go Blues.
Let's go Blues.
Let's go Blues.
So, Blues fans, are you ready for the question? Sister JJ, are you ready for the question? Kelsey, are you ready for the question? How do we end this show? Who's late for dinner? Oh, boy!
Hawaii Blues fan, we're bleeding blue with you. Let's go Blues! Let's go Blues! Let's go Blues!
This is Guy, the Hawaii Blues fan, for my co-host, Justin Eagle Eye Scott, saying aloha mahalo, and we will see you all next time on the BlueNote Fan Report. Aloha!